Hey y'all, welcome back to Kelly's Kitchen. I know I'm looking a hot mess with this hair, but you know what? It is Lazy Sunday. So, it is what it is. Anyways, tonight for dinner, we are going to be making buffalo chicken sandwiches with loaded potato skins. I'm excited for this. I originally was going to make this on Friday, but ended up not cooking on Friday. So, I'm excited to make this now because I've been looking forward to it. Alright, so what you're going to do is take 3 russet potatoes. I've already washed them and prepped them. And each potato is going to make 4 potato skins. So how many you want, that's how many potatoes you need. So I have about medium-sized potatoes. I went ahead and, as I said, got them washed. And I'm going to take a fork and I am going to stab each of them liberally. You do this so that the potato does not explode in the oven. So, since we're cooking it whole. So, I'm going to go ahead and do this. And I have my oven preheating to 400 degrees. And as y'all see, I've already lined my baking sheet with some foil. And just going to do this last one. I am squirting potato juice everywhere. That's exciting. Let me tell you about it. Alright. So now I got all those stabbed all the way around. And then I'm just going to take some olive oil. And I'm going to put a little drop on each one. That wasn't really little, but there you go. Okay. And then we're going to take some salt. Sprinkle it on there. And then I'm going to massage that oil and salt onto the skins. This one needed a little bit more. You can take some from what fell on the sheet pan. And just massage that onto your potato skins. This one's going to need a little bit more. I'm just trying to get the other ones first before I add more oil. Alright, just get them all massaged in. It's going to give the skins a nice flavor and help crisp them up. There you go, that one's fine now. Okay. Alright. So now those are ready, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands, and then once the oven's finished preheating, I'm going to stick them in there and let them start baking anywhere from 40 to 60 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and check them at 40, see how they're doing. Typically at about 45 minutes they're usually fine, but just going to see. I'll let you know how long it takes. Alright y'all, so we have about 19 minutes left on the potatoes. I put them in there for 45 minutes. I think they'll be good after that, but I'll still check them. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and prep my chicken breast. So I have the thinly sliced chicken breast. And in one bowl, I need to make my dry mixture. And in another bowl, I need to make my wet mixture. So we'll start with the dry. So I'm going to start with a few tablespoons of all-purpose flour. There looks to be about 3 of the thinly sliced breast in there. So I'm just going to do about 4 tablespoons of flour here. Okay, and then to this, I'm going to add some salt. All to taste, of course. I'll say about a teaspoon of each. That makes everyone feel better on measurements. And then we're going to add some ground black pepper. Cayenne pepper, of course, that's on you how much you want to put of that. I'm going to put a little bit, probably more like a half teaspoon of that. Some garlic powder. And some onion powder. A dash of white pepper. Some smoked paprika. And then I am going to add a little bit of ground turmeric into the mixture. That's for anti-inflammatory properties. Just good to add wherever you can. And then I'm just going to take a fork and go ahead and just mix up my flour mixture. Alright, got my flour mixture all mixed together. Smells beautiful, looks nice. All right, so now we're gonna do our wet mixture. And so into here, we're gonna crack 1 egg. And then some milk. I'm using whole milk. Use whatever milk you like. It's probably about anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 cup, maybe about 1/3 cup. Who knows? Just guessing here. A little salt to taste. Some ground black pepper. And then I'm going to add a little hot sauce. You use whatever hot sauce of your choice. I'm using Louisiana hot sauce. That's some of that there. And then I'm just going to take my fork, break my yolk, and just whisk that all together. All right, now that I got that whisk, I'm going to go ahead and grab a large skillet, and I'm going to fill it with some canola oil, probably about 1/2 to 1 inch thick or deep of canola oil. I'm going to heat that on medium heat just so it can start getting nice and hot for once I batter my chicken breast. A lot of the measurement I did about 1/4 inch, but anyways, 1/4 to 1/2 inch. So I'm doing it in a large cast iron skillet. I find the cast iron just tends to work better. All right, so now we're just gonna open up our chicken. I didn't grab a knife. Here we go, just in the back of the spoon. Okay, so just gonna open up the chicken. And we're just gonna take the chicken and we're gonna start it in a little flour. And then we're gonna put it into the wet mixture. Out, Jax. Sorry, my dog came in here. Okay, and then we're gonna move it back to the flour mixture. And then we're just gonna repeat this process for all 3 of the breasts. Alright, so I got my chicken all done. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it aside. And while that sets aside, I'm going to start my buffalo sauce. So if you haven't seen the video on this before, I'll go ahead and show it since I'm making buffalo chicken sandwiches. I'm just going to melt 1/2 stick of butter into this bowl in the microwave in like 10-second increments till it's melted. Alright, I got the butter all melted and my oil is actually ready for me to start the chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in there really quick. Okay, got my chicken in there, got it started going. Just gonna cook it till it's golden brown on each side, and the internal temp is roughly 165. Okay, so now we're gonna make actual sauce. So we're gonna add to the melted butter some Frank's buffalo sauce. I usually have more of this, and I appear to be very low on it. So to make a little extra sauce, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some Frank's original hot sauce. And this is all measurements to your heart, so it was probably about 1/2 cup of buffalo sauce, and then probably about 2 tablespoons of the original. I'm just gonna whisk that together to see if I need to add more of the original, since I'm out of the buffalo. You know, that's fine. Don't need a whole lot of sauce because it's just 3 cutlets. Okay, so I got that whisked together, and then now to make it a little spicier, if you don't want it spicier, you don't have to do this part, but we like it spicy, so I'm going to add in some Louisiana hot sauce.
I hope I'm not slowing you down.
Probably about 2 teaspoons. Okay, whisk that up. Look at that beautiful golden sauce. That's wonderful. Okay. Alright, now to that I'm going to add some garlic powder. It's about 1 or 2 teaspoons. 1 or 2 teaspoons of onion powder.
You can stay with some friends of mine.
And a dash of white pepper. So I'd like to add about 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now I'm just gonna whisk all that together. All right, and here we have our buffalo sauce that's gonna be used to make our buffalo chicken sandwiches. All right, so I'm just gonna set that aside and drop my whisk everywhere. Excuse me. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, and my potatoes just went off. I took them out, tested them. They are tender, so they're good to go. I'm just letting those cool for a second. And while they cool, I'm going to go ahead and wash and slice me up a tomato and some lettuce to go on the sandwiches. All right, y'all, the chicken was done, so I went ahead and flipped it. And I upped my oven temperature to 425. I want to make sure my skins get nice and crispy. So now I'm just going to gently take these off. They are still very hot, so using tongs is probably safer, but you know, I'm a risk taker. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this down. And yeah, I already cut my tomato and lettuce. I just moved it to the side. I'll show you that in a minute. So what you're gonna do with the potatoes is you're gonna go ahead and cut them with a sharp knife in half. And then again into quarters, so half again. Alright, so you want wedges basically, right? And then, I'm just going to do this for each potato real quick. Alright, got those cut, and some of them tore, and that's okay, it's not a big deal. They're all going to get eaten anyway, right? But after you cut them open, you want to take a spoon, and you just want to scoop some of the inside of that potato out. You do want to leave like a thin layer. But then I'm putting the filling into a bowl. But you don't want to leave a thin layer of potato, right? Because we want some potato with our potato skin. The leftover potato you can use for whatever, but what we want is the skin. And I'm just setting them over here to the side and onto my baking sheet where I originally took them off of. Well, this one broke in half, so that's okay. So we can use both halves. Just makes itty bitty ones. Alright, so I'm going to go through and get all the potato out of each of these skins. Alright, our chicken is about done. I did flip it one more time just to get the other side a little extra crispier. So now that these are all done, I'm going to go ahead and take some olive oil into a small cup. To that, I'm going to add some salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, and then I'm also going to add, I have a teaspoon of smoked paprika right in there. Just going to take this and stir it up. And then I'm going to use this mixture to coat my skins on the inside. Just like that. And we're going to do this for all of them. And then I want to throw them into the oven for 5 to 10 minutes. To get these skins nice and crispy. And after I put these into the oven, I'm going to go ahead and turn off my chicken and pull it off and put it onto a paper towel lined plate so that it can start to cool and get that grease off of it. I will show y'all it once I pull it out of the skillet. I'll go ahead and show it to y'all. Again, I just cooked it till it was golden brown. Yeah, so. Alright, got my skins all coated here. Looks like that. So I'm going to throw these in the oven again at 425 for 5 to 10 minutes. Alright, look at our beautiful chicken cutlets. Don't worry, they're not burned. That's the seasoning, promise. Okay. But I did want to get them nice and crispy. Hear that crisp? I want to get them nice and crispy so that when I douse them in the buffalo sauce, they don't get soggy, you know? Alright, so I'm just going to set those aside, let those cool and drain a little bit. Here's my lettuce and tomato that I prepped. Nothing too fancy. And I got the skins in the oven, crisping up. And then your leftover potato, I think I said this earlier, I can't remember, my brain's everywhere. I'm just going to put this in the fridge, and I will Don't know what I'm going to use it for yet, but I'll use it for something later this week. And yeah, so I'm just going to cover that up, put that in the fridge. Don't need it for the rest of the recipe. All right, and I do have 2 brioche buns here, so I'm going to go ahead and toast these up on the stove in a skillet while I wait for the potato skins to finish up. All right, so I had those in there for 8 minutes. They're looking really good and crispy. So now I left my oven at 425. Now I'm going to top it with some cheddar cheese, each one. Kind of put it on there. It's not going to be perfect. It might get a little messy. But yeah, I'm just going to top these each with some cheese and then also some bacon. I just used the microwavable bacon, and I just microwaved it till it was nice and crispy. And now I'm just going to top that on there. And I'm going to put this on each of them, and then I'm going to put it back into the oven for 3 to 5 minutes until it's all melted together. Alright, y'all, sorry if I was rushed last little clip. I was trying to hurry up and get the buns off the stove before they burned. Alright, so I got these all coated with cheese and bacon, and I'm going to, again, throw these in the oven for 3 to 5 minutes at 425 until it's all melted together. Okay, y'all, the potato skins are all done. Look at how yummy those look. So I'm just going to set these aside, let them cool for like a few minutes while I prep the chicken. And then these will be served with some sour cream and chives on top. So I'm just going to set these aside real quick. All right, and already right here I have my chicken and my buffalo sauce. I did warm my buffalo sauce up a little bit just so it was nice and warm when I put the chicken in. But what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to take my chicken and just coat both sides in that buffalo sauce that we made. Look at how beautiful that is. Right? Look at how good that looks. All right, let me grab my buns and start building these sandwiches. All right, y'all, and here we have our buffalo chicken sandwiches with our loaded potato skins, and then I do have a side of ranch, of course. I'm not gonna bite into the sandwich on camera because that's gonna make a freaking mess. I'm not doing it. Sorry, Sam. But I will bite into the potato skin for you. So good. Make y'all some of this delicious food. Enjoy.